Hello everyone, Andy Klein here, and as most of you probably know, I posted a video up here on a four-way clamp that I came up with. If you haven't seen this yet, you should probably watch it here before listening to what I'm about to say. Now I thought I had the design for the prototype clamps pretty close. Not quite a finished design, but at least something that looks pretty close to what the finished design would be. But there is just something about knowing that thousands of people are looking at your idea and thinking about it that gets the creative juices flowing. And if the design can be substantially improved, I want to be the one to figure it out. And as you probably guessed from the video title, I think that what you saw in the last video can be significantly improved. So two insights allowed me to do this redesign. First, as Charlie demonstrated in this video, the vertical clamping pressure of the prototype clamps was enough to seriously dent a block of mahogany. I think that's a bit more pressure than is needed. And it results from the shallow bearing contact angle at the back of the tail section. So I think this angle can be made quite a bit steeper. Second, I designed the prototypes so that both the head section and the tail section could contact the edge of a panel at the same time, but this isn't really necessary. The head section can press on the back of the tail section, which makes contact with both sides of the panel, and you have your horizontal clamping pressure. So with these in mind, I came up with this redesigned clamp. The split in the tail section is now only as wide as the clamp bar, so the head sections fit behind and press on the tail sections. Also, the bearings are now in a fixed position at the bottom front of the head section, and they register against a steeper slant on the back of the tail section. This will still produce significant vertical clamping pressure, and it's relevant to note that the single-purpose clamps that look like this actually don't create any vertical clamping pressure when you're gluing up a panel. They only have static bars that allow you to press by hand to align the panels while tightening. And just in case you're still not convinced the slope isn't an issue, Charlie actually figured out that if you move the bearings on the prototype clamps, you could actually duplicate the same thing with what we already had. So he tried a panel glue up this way and found that there was plenty of pressure, it aligned the panels, couldn't get paper between the bar and the wood, and it still could dent a little block of mahogany. So this really will work. Also, the new clamp requires no bearing depth adjustment. If the workpiece is thicker, it works just the same way, except the bearings ride on a different part of the slope surface. No pre-adjustment necessary. So that's great, right? One more twist to throw at you. Modifications to a standard parallel clamp are now quite a bit more simple, especially in the head section. If someone wanted the four-way functionality but already had a nice set of clamps and couldn't justify more, these two pieces in yellow could be added and the old tail section removed to make a conversion. This would involve drilling holes in the clamp bar for the tail section and gluing in some pins, as well as epoxying on a head section bearing carriage, which is a bit of work, but I don't think it's unreasonable. So overall, this design is less expensive, meaning a lower price point for all of you, and easier to use. I'm thinking a complete clamp with these features could be offered, as well as a retrofit kit for people who want to convert clamps. So please share this video if you like the concept. That really helps me gain traction. And please let me know your thoughts on a complete clamp versus the retrofit kit. Thanks, everyone.